So reports are going around that Oculus signed a deal with Ubisoft for 2 exclusive VR titles, the entries being an Assassin's Creed and Splintercell game. Now this info is coming from a site called theinformation.com, a paid publication that reports on tech news, and from what I've looked into, seems like a very reputable site. On top of that, it states that these titles are part of a bigger push to back more exclusive games and possibly game studios as well. Now, as a VR enthusiast, I'm hype. It sounds like Oculus is getting ready to bring over those big name titles we have been wanting in virtual reality since the very beginning. I mean, just the thought of synchronizing in Assassin's Creed and leaping off a tall building just to land in a haystack is something I can't wait to do. And don't get me started on experiencing Splinter Cell stealth gameplay in VR. But then my skepticism hits, and now hear me out. As excited as I am for these titles, I won't believe that we're getting a full-on Assassin's Creed or Splinter Cell game till I'm playing it myself. I instantly imagine this is just going to be some stripped-down experience using the brand name of each franchise for recognition. An example of this would be Escape the Lost Pyramid, an Assassin's Creed VR escape room that was designed exclusively for use in that setting. And don't get me wrong, it does look like a good time, but this really just seems like it has the Assassin's Creed name slapped on top of it to get some more sales in. Now, the one thing that has me hopeful for it not being a watered down experience is the fact that Oculus is paying for this. Sadly, its exclusivity is also the thing I hate most about it, but more on that later. The fact that Oculus is paying for its exclusivity makes me think they want something more grand in scale than Ubisoft alone would be willing to invest for, especially when it comes to VR. Now, to give them credit, Ubisoft has made some solid titles for virtual reality already, with their newest entry, Space Junkies, being admittedly quite a bit of fun. With that said, they certainly don't feel like complete packages, especially when compared to Ubisoft's non-VR offerings. Now, with Oculus possibly having a more hands-on approach to this, we could possibly be looking at some of the first big-budget AAA IP making their way to Oculus hardware, and that's where the bad news comes in. This will undoubtedly be built with the Rift S or Quest in mind. That means those cool new Knuckles controllers won't have native support here, and that really sucks. Now look, I'm an Oculus owner myself because that's what made sense for me, but I'm a VR enthusiast first, and I love seeing companies push the limits whether I own their device or not. But those devices will never reach their full potential without the software to back them up first. The thought of those controllers not having native support really isn't helping VR in general. Now, to be fair, you can make the argument that these titles would not have existed if it weren't for Oculus backing them up financially. And if that is the case, I would much rather have the game exist in exclusivity than not exist at all. Anyways, that pretty much sums up my thoughts on it, but I'm left excited to see what comes of it. Will it be that big title we have all been waiting for, or will it just be more of the same cookie cutter we've been getting? Who knows, but what do you think? Better yet, what big name in gaming would you bring over to VR if you could choose any to make their way over? Personally, a game like Cyberpunk 2077 would be my choice, but I'm interested in what others out there would want. Now, if you liked the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell below. What you're currently seeing on the screen is my most recent video and the video YouTube thinks you'll like most. As always, I hope you have a great day and always keep on cruising.